All right, restoration pros, let's talk about where the real money is, okay? Because a lot of restoration companies in this industry they're just frustrated right now. They're saying, leads are more expensive, Google is harder, pay per lead is unpredictable, margins are tighter, and everybody's wondering the same thing. Where did all the easy money go? And here's the truth. The money didn't disappear, it shifted. And the companies that are awake and they understand that shift are still growing quietly, consistently, profitably. While everybody else is out here chasing the next shiny marketing trick, the smart companies are building something way more valuable: referral relationships. So in this video, I want to systematically break down the real value of referral partners, why they're the best long-term play for a restoration company, and why you need to stop comparing them to Google ads, buying leads, or whatever sexy marketing thing guru online is pitching you this week. Because this is the difference between owning a lead source, owning a marketing channel, and then renting leads. And if you really understand that, the game changes. So let's start here. A lot of restoration companies still think about marketing like this. I need the phone to ring. That's it. That's the whole strategy. Get the phone to ring. Get a job. Get paid. Repeat. And on the surface, that makes sense, right? Keep it simple. But the problem is it's shallow thinking, because not all phone calls are created equal, and not all lead sources are created equal. A one-off $10,000 job is great. Nobody's mad about a $10,000 job, but let me just ask you this. What would you rather have? One $10,000 job today, or one plumber who can send you hundreds of thousands of dollars in jobs every single year? That's the difference right there. That one question breaks the whole thing open, because a lot of restoration companies are still thinking transactionally. They want the quick hit, the sexy lead, the immediate call, the easy close. Well, the smart money, all this private equity that's coming in right now, they're thinking in assets. They're thinking, how do I own the relationship with the person who controls the flow of jobs? That's the difference between sexy and smart. Google ads, leads, pay-per-lead platforms, whatever, some guy promising you AI-powered magic leads in 30 days. It all sounds sexy and amazing, right? It's attractive, right? But is it real? Does it actually work? A plumbing relationship, an insurance agent relationship, a relationship with a property management company who trusts you. It doesn't sound as sexy, right? But it's smart, and smart wins long term. Now let's make this really simple. When you run Google ads, what are you doing? You're renting attention. You are paying to temporarily show up in front of somebody who may or may not need you right now. The second you stop paying, you disappear. Same thing with lead platforms. You're renting leads. You don't own the source. You don't control the flow. You don't control the competition. And the second you stop paying, the faucet shuts off. That's not ownership. That's dependence. Now compare that to a referral relationship. Let's say you build a great relationship with a plumber. That plumber starts sending you jobs, not just once, over and over again. Now, what do you own? You own trust, you own positioning, you own a seat in the plumber's brain every time they walk into a water loss. That's a lead source, and lead sources compound. That's the key most people miss. An internet lead is usually a one-time event. A referral partner is a repeated revenue stream. One good plumber can send you 12 jobs a year, 24 jobs a year, 36 jobs a year, even more. I've seen them send more. And if your average net profit per job is even remotely healthy, that relationship becomes worth an insane amount of money over time. And that's before you even factor in rebuilds or contents and packouts, commercial work, or the occasional monster job that makes the whole month. This is why referral partners are the highest ROI long-term marketing play in the entire industry, hands down, not even up for debate. Not because they're flashy, not because they're easy, not because of any other reason, but because they create durable, repeatable, trackable revenue. Now, let's go one level deeper. Most restoration companies compare referral partnerships to Google ads like the same kind of thing. They're not. That's like comparing buying a steak dinner to buying a cow. One gives you one meal, the other gives you long-term production. A referral partner is not just a customer acquisition tactic. It's infrastructure. It's a business asset. That relationship can feed your business for years. That's why real comparison isn't, should I spend this on ads or referrals? The real question is, do I want to rent attention, or do I want to build something that keeps paying me? That's the game. And this is exactly why smarter companies, and especially these private equity backed companies, are obsessed with referral infrastructure, because they understand math. They understand customer acquisition costs, they understand lifetime value, and they understand that if one referral source can feed jobs for years, then acquiring that referral source is often way more valuable than buying a bunch of one-off leads. This is also why some companies are willing to spend way more aggressively than you think, because they're not just looking at the value of one job, they're looking at the value of the relationship. And once you start thinking like that, your whole marketing strategy changes. You stop asking, how do I get a few more calls this month? And you start asking, how do I build a network of lead sources that makes my company stronger every quarter, every year, every season? That's a better question. Now, I want to be clear. This does not mean other channels are useless. That's not the point of this video. Google Ads have their place, SEO has their place. Other channels can absolutely play a role, but they need to be understood correctly. They are usually rented channels, good rented channels, sometimes profitable rented channels even, but still rented nonetheless. Referral relationships, they're different. They're owned attention, owned trust, owned positioning. That's why they're the smartest long-term play. Now, does that mean referral partnerships are always easy? Of course not. They take work, they take systems, they take follow-up, they take consistency. You don't just drop off donuts twice and suddenly you have a referral empire. That's fantasy. You have to build it. You have to nurture it. You have to activate it. You have to re-engage it when people go stale. And yes, if you really want to scale it, eventually you need actual infrastructure behind it. Business development reps, CRM, tracking, outreach cadences, rewards programs, activation strategies, reactivation campaigns. That's why I always laugh a little when someone says referral marketing doesn't scale. No, random referrals don't scale. Systems scale. If you build referral partnerships casually, you'll get casual results. If you build them intentionally with process and accountability, they become one of the most scalable and profitable things in your company. And that's exactly what the best operators understand. This is also where a lot of the fan and a van guys, they get stuck. They think business is a checklist. Get the equipment, you get the jobs, you do the work, and you make money. But obviously it's not that simple. That model gets smoked when competition shows up, because now the question isn't, do you own a van and some DHUs? The question is, do you have a way to consistently and profitably acquire work? And the companies winning right now, well, those companies do. They've built real referral engines. They've got plumbers, agents, property managers, drain techs, electricians, HVAC companies, pest control companies, all kinds of different professionals feeding them opportunities into their company. That's how you build consistency in an inconsistent industry. And let's talk about consistency for a second, because this matters. One of the hardest parts of restoration is the feast and famine cycle. You get slammed, then it slows down, then you get nervous, then the weather changes, then you get overloaded again. That cycle is exhausting. And referral infrastructure is one of the best ways to smooth it out, because instead of depending on random demand, you're positioning yourself with dozens, eventually hundreds of people who can send you work when the opportunity shows up. Some send you one job a year, while some might send 10, some send 50. But when you stack enough of them together, it creates a much more stable business. That's the real value, not just more jobs. You have more control, more predictability, more enterprise value, because yes, this matters for valuation too. If you ever want to sell your company, transition it, or even just make it more resilient, strong referral infrastructure matters. Why? Because buyers love durable lead flow. They love local trust. They love businesses that aren't completely dependent on Google or one TPA or one giant account. Referral systems create a competitive moat. They are harder to replicate, harder to disrupt, and more valuable over time. That's why the companies that really get this don't look at referral relationships as some side hustle or little networking activity. They treat them like one of the most important assets in the company. Well, because they are. So if you're watching this and you're still thinking, yeah, but Google Ads are faster, maybe, sometimes, but faster doesn't always mean smarter. Fast food is faster too. That doesn't mean it should be your whole diet. Referral relationships are slower at first, but they compound. And compounding is where real wealth gets built. And that's true in investing, and it's true in restoration marketing. So here's the shift I want you to make. Stop thinking like a lead buyer and start thinking like a lead source owner. Stop asking how to get one more call. Start asking how to own more relationships with people who control the flow of jobs. Stop chasing sexy, start building smart. Because what would you rather have? Another random $10,000 job that disappears as fast as it came, or a plumber, agent, or property manager who can feed your business for the next 5 years? That's the real question. And once you answer it, honestly, you'll know where to put your energy. If you're looking to grow your restoration company by building an army of referral partners, my company, Marketing Ninjas, has you covered. We connect you directly with plumbers, insurance agents, realtors, property managers, and a bunch of other professionals in your area that actually refer you jobs. Getting started is easy. Just head over to marketingninjas.io and we'll take care of the rest. And hey, if you got value from this, please share it, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.